Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Thank you, a big thank you to all the viewers and all the comments. The last few weeks I've really had a lot of feedback from everybody, and it's always encouraging to see that people are also responding to other people's comments and there to support each other. It's always fantastic. So no, I really appreciate it. It's sort of the reason I started this. And I honestly didn't think I'd do this many videos. I thought I'd do a couple just to get a few things off my chest, share an experience, and wrap it up. But I'm going to continue to go on because I'm getting something from this, and I hope you viewers are as well. So I really appreciate it. It's coming into summer in Australia, so t-shirt time. Watch the start of the videos. We're from jumpers and warmer clothes. So here we go from Australia. This video is the 3 reasons perhaps avoidance won't reach out to you. I do know this quite from fact because of the little contact that I had with my ex afterwards, and a couple of emails back and forth where it was a little bit of closure for us after several months of not talking at all. And once again, I really loved my avoidant, and I still think she's an amazing person, and no grudges, no hard feelings. Wish it would have worked out. Yeah, of course. Didn't. We move on. I've learned a lot from that. I hope she has as well. But in this particular video, I just want to go through some of the reasons, because they might surprise you what they are. Some are obvious, some aren't. Here goes. So obviously the most obvious, and I want to get that out of the way, is that they move on. Whether they do that immediately or after dating a little bit or dating a few times, and enough time has passed where they're not looking back at your particular relationship like it's something that they need or want to go back to. That doesn't mean it wasn't good. It just means that they've drawn a line in the sand, and they're just not going to reach out, and they've just gone, okay, I've got to get on with my life, with either by myself or looking for another partner, or perhaps they've even found another partner by that stage. So whether that's in a week, a month, or a year, that may happen, and that's quite obviously a reason that they won't reach out. Number 2 is definitely a very likely scenario, and that's more embarrassment. So they, of course, made this big breakup with you at the time. They tell their friends and their family, colleagues, work, even other, we'll talk about the orbiters, people that have hung around them, that a lot of the times we all do. We blame the other person, going, they were this, they were that. My one obviously would have said I was too needy, I was smothering. She used moody a lot. I don't think I was. I think I was just reflecting or reacting to her moods. I don't think I'm a moody person, but each for their own. Perhaps I am and I don't know it. So you go out and you tell the whole world this, and time passes, and you may sit there with a little bit of regret and go, I can't go back. What would I tell my friends and my family and all this? I've gone and spent weeks and months telling everybody why it didn't work, and there's absolutely no reason, there's absolutely no chance I'll ever get back with that person. And so you've set this line, you've set this precedent. A lot of us, we as perhaps the person that has been broken up with, didn't go down that path. Most of us don't. If we're wanting that relationship to go back together, we'd be telling our friends and family, oh my God, I hope I can get her back, or them back, I'm going to be trying, I'm going to be doing this, I don't think it's over, they just need some time. And we live in that frame of mind for a very long time, sometimes too long, where we would just go down the path of letting everybody around us believe that these things just happen, and sometimes we even believe we're both working on it at this particular stage, even though we're the only ones sitting in the land of hope, and they've already gone. You might get the odd text or the odd little bit of communication, and your hopes skyrocket at that stage, and you actually believe that this is a sign that you're getting back together. And once again, you could possibly be telling people, friends and family, that, oh yeah, no, they've reached out, it's good, we just need a little bit more time, these things go slow, etc. But it's not the case. So for them, it's the opposite. They've gone and told the world that it's done and it's over. And don't forget, possibly if they're an avoidant, maybe not, but you could be a number of, one in a number of so many exes that this has happened to. So for them telling that somebody it's over and then having to move on and believe that that is the case is not unfamiliar territory for an avoidant, whereas perhaps an anxious or a secure person that's only perhaps had a handful of relationships, and a lot of, I think, anxious and secure relationships do come back after a little bit of period of time. The line of communication is a lot easier, and the other partners, they're not both running in different directions. They have a lot more chance of communicating, finding common ground, finding what went wrong, trying to work it out and trying to get better. And perhaps that's not the case with avoidance. Once again, most avoidants don't even know that they are avoidant. They don't look at attachment styles and look at it. They suspect perhaps there is something wrong with their attachment style, but then they're not going to go and do the homework and the research. A lot of them, and that's of course not all of them. I've had a lot of comments from avoidants on the channel now, and thank you so much for your participation, because that really does mean a lot. I hope that that the channel is helping you as well. And I might not be right in every single circumstance. Trust me, I'm not. I'm taking some guesses at some of the videos. I am speaking from personal experience, so that's all. I'm trying to provide as much fact as I can, but I'm also trying to fill some gaps and then trying to project what they might be feeling as well as what I was feeling, and put the two together and see if we can get some feedback from you guys as well, and see where we're most likely to head if we're continuing to pursue relationships with avoidance, or we're currently in one, etc. So the third one, and this is the most important one to me, and this was where my ex laid in the not reaching out scenario, and that is that actually you mean too much to them. So what I mean by that is that avoidance, as much as people go that they might be heartless, or they don't have feelings, or they moved on too quickly, they never reached out, they were gone, they dated other people, etc., and obviously left us shattered. I know for a fact that my avoidant ex looked back numerous times on the relationship fondly, thought about me as a great person, and didn't reach out because she no longer wanted to hurt me anymore. So it's not about them reaching out meaning that they want to get back together. Please don't confuse the two. Sometimes they would have really have just loved to have reached out to say, hey, how you going? Are you okay? And even to say, you still mean a lot, or I still think of you a lot, or I'd love to be friends, or I hope you're doing well. Just some form of communication, because they miss you. I would say most avoidants fall into this category. This might be heartbreaking to hear, because you'll be going, oh my God, yes, I want them to say these things to me. And typically as anxious people, we'll probably just go overboard straight away going, I miss you too, I love you too, can we just catch up? A lot of anxious people might not have moved on by this stage and still very keen to get back together. So like I said, don't confuse this third part of them actually wanting to get back together. It's more about why don't they reach out. That's where I'm getting at here. It's just because some of them just went into no man's land. We never heard from them again, and we wonder why, how, and of course we think the worst. We think we weren't good enough, the relationship meant nothing, and they just disappeared, hopped onto the next person. Things are a lot better. You couldn't be that person, and you're kicking yourself endlessly, trying to find answers to why you couldn't be that, and obviously solved the issues that you had. So don't kick yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. The chances are they want, even now, or wanted to say, hey, how you going? How you doing? I hope you're well. They have good intentions for you, just like I do with my ex. I have extremely good intentions for her. I hope she's found someone or can find somebody, or even if she hasn't, I hope that she's happy. And that's, I think, the healthy position to be in. That's hard to accept and understand if you're certainly recently been broken up with and still in that frame of mind you need and want to get back together with them. Totally understand. This takes time. It's taken me a long time, over a year, to get into a position where I could comfortably be doing these videos, talking about this quite neutrally, without affecting, the emotions of the videos being too one-sided. So I'm sitting here going, okay, I think they're thinking this and feel that. And like I said, I'm not making it up. We had a couple of emails back and forth. I needed a closure. I sent a lot of feelings about 8 months down the track to where I'm at. I wasn't wanting to get back, but I went through all the hardships that I felt during the previous months and how hard it was for me to get over her. And I still think of her very fondly. And look, there was a part of me that still thought, yeah, we could possibly get back together. I'm not going to lie at all. I was playing a little bit neutral. I was also convincing myself a lot that I'm over her and things like that. But I had progressed a lot and I had grown a lot and I had healed a lot by that stage. So when I got her response and, basically she admitted straight away that she thought about me. She admitted she was still single at that stage. She admitted she still felt like she would be single forever. She mentioned that, places that she thinks about me. She even shared a couple of photos that she'd still had of us. So, all of those signs, they clearly say that these people haven't just wiped you off the face of this earth and gone, see you later, you're out of here, you meant nothing. All of these things prove to me that, as much as she didn't want to get back together, she wasn't far behind me in my feelings as well. And that they would be thinking, a lot of them, like I said just a few moments ago, don't know that they're avoidant, but they'd be thinking, here I go again. I can't believe I've ruined another relationship. But this person was too good, too kind. I can't go back and hurt them again. They have that feeling, if I even reach out, I know what they're like, they'll jump back, they'll want to get back together. If we get back together, I'm possibly likely to leave again and hurt them again, and I don't want to do that to that person. So look, as much as that might be hard to hear, keep that in mind, that is one of the most likely reasons that you haven't heard, and possibly that they aren't initiating the relationship to get back together again, is because that unfortunately they've got a wound. They perhaps might not know what it is, but they're hurting inside, and a lot of the times just moving on, plain and simply, with somebody else, or not moving on at all for a period of time, might be their solution and their only way through it. They can absorb themselves in work, some friends, going out, socializing, whatever it might be. All the avoidants are different. Mine didn't have a huge circle of friends, one or two friends. She certainly indulged herself in work. Workaholic, was fantastic at her work, brilliant at it, one of the best, and certainly used that as a distraction, and possibly still doing so. Might be with somebody else by now, I don't know. Once again, I do wish her the best. So yes, wrapping it up before I get too carried away with all of that is, keep that in mind. They're the three reasons that I believe that they won't reach out. Number 3, I think, is the key reason. So don't beat yourself up. Don't feel too hard about how it ended and that you've done something wrong, or it's all about you. No, it is a two-way street. They feel they hurt as well, and they mourn the relationship, just in a very different way, and they also react in a different way to us, and we need to respect that. So hopefully you've got something out of this particular video too. I've got a list of things I'm still wanting to present. I'm trying to sort of do a week and a half at a time, so I can put things together in my mind and make sure that it's got some good content that you guys are going to enjoy, and continue, please, thumbs up, subscribing, because it's the only way that the actual views get up there in YouTube. Otherwise, it disappears into no man's land, and most people don't get to see it. So I'd love for everybody that needs this to be able to view it as well. Thanks so much. Take care. See you soon. Bye.